Alright, this video is for educational purposes only because somewhere out there, somebody will be put into a situation where they're going to pick up two pistols and they're going to think that they can actually dual wield those pistols to get out of a bad situation. Hopefully this video finds that person before they ever attempt such a thing. These are my Jerichos. As soon as I got them together, of course, the thought of dual wielding these pistols most definitely crossed my mind. I took them both to the range together. I shot them individually. First and foremost, these are a great candidate to dual wield. They are a... Kitty, did you just jump up on my... I had to give Kitty some camera time there. I took these to the range and I shot them individually. These are an amazing candidate for what we're talking about here because this is a steel frame pistol. So is this. They are heavier. Great for recoil mitigation. They're both 9mm. And I figured, hey, this is going to be my best chance. First and foremost, let's talk about the mechanical aspect of it. To dual wield two pistols, you have to charge both of them. So some guns, like this H&K, is just out of the conversation, right? Because if you picked up two of these, how would you activate them? You have to rack this pistol before you can use it. Now, these being hammer guns, you know, you can have one in the chamber, you pull these guns out, and all you have to do is pull that hammer back, and, you know, they're hot and ready to go. So you could feasibly activate these pistols and actually use them to dual wield. The problem is, as soon as you start pulling the trigger, you are going to be all over the damn place. And this isn't just coming from me. I did try this. I've also asked a few of my buddies that admittedly are more experienced shooters than I am. They both told me they've tried it. They can't do it worth a shit. And it is just a Hollywood thing. I can tell you right now, about the best that I could do is I could point blank dual wield. That's about it. You go out to like 20, 25 feet away from me, and we're talking about moving targets. I am much better off with just one pistol. Even if you're not recoil sensitive and you're experienced with recoil, when you are dealing with recoil, separate recoil impulses, one in one hand and one in the other, and trying to balance those, it's just not going to work out. Now, maybe with a lot of practice and a lot of time spent practicing dual wielding pistols like this, I mean, I'm sure Laura Croft could do it because she just seems like a natural dual wielder. But yeah, this is something you should definitely try at the range before you get any bright ideas. Again, if you are having the worst day of your life and you got kidnapped by the cartel and you manage to fight your way out of the trunk and you find yourself in a dark room and there's a bunch of pistols on the floor for whatever reason, do not try to dual wield them. You are much better off just picking up one pistol, using two hands and really concentrating on that one pistol. And what's the best way to say this? I can hold both of these pistols at the same time, and I can shoot them one-handed, one at a time. But I have to switch my concentration from one to the other. When you are just squeezing triggers at the same time, in a pattern like that, it is completely different. The other thing is, too, when you are holding two of these pistols out in front of you, neither of them is actually centered in front of you. So you're kind of guesstimating roundabout where you're shooting. So it's just not a good idea unless you've trained and trained and trained. I think that is honestly what it would take. And I mean, yeah, I did just go to the range and I tried dual wielding. I probably probably shot like 40 or 50 rounds and ended up just, laughing at myself. Just being perfectly honest with you. So I think that is something important that most people should know about. A long time ago, there was like a meme or something of a SWAT team going into a bank, and one of the guys in the SWAT team actually was holding two pistols, and there was a bunch of comments talking about like, oh, we all know who the captain is, which one of these guys is more badass than the rest of them, and it's obviously the guy dual-wielding pistols. I look back on that now, and I'm thinking maybe that guy was just going through his gear and somebody got a picture of him holding two pistols at the same time. I really hope so, because nobody in a SWAT team should be trying to pull this off. Just IMO, just in my opinion. And again, all of this, everything that I said, is compounded when you get other pistols that are polymer framed that aren't as good at soaking up recoil, right? I mean, I tried this with prime candidates. Most people are not going to have two steel frame pistols like this. They're probably going to have some kind of half polymer pistol. And that's just going to be an absolute disaster. I'm calling it right now. So, yeah, if you got any input on this, leave me a comment, let me know. But I just figured this was something cool to talk about, because a lot of people would most likely try to dual wield pistols if they got a chance to, and it's a lot cooler sounding than it ends up being when you actually try it and completely fail at it. Anyway, everybody have an awesome day. Stay strapped so you don't get clapped, and I will see you out there. Hopefully before you see me. Ha! Later.